Don't go back. Give it to me. I want your go back.
I'm going right up the middle, baby.
Enron executives Ken Lay and Jeffrey Skilling went on trial today.
L. Dennis Kislowski.
Running for Arthur Anderson was dissolved.
Halliburton was accused today of overcharging the government.
Republican lobbyist Jack Abramoff pleaded guilty today.
Republican Representative
Weeping in court as he learned his fate.
When does our fair-haired boy get here?
in about 10 minutes,
He's punctual then.
I guess.
Come on.
Oh, it's a little early in the day for me.
Come on, you need to unwind. Is everything set?
Yep.
Got the one I want? One on the video?
And a Mexican one, too.
That's okay. I want first dibs with the one on this.
Have I ever denied you?
You got the ACE test?
Yeah, they're negative. The doctor says they're completely clean.
Good. Always great attention to detail.
I'm a numbers man.
In the end, that's what it's about. The numbers.
Just hope it doesn't scare our boy.
I think that the numbers we're going to offer him will allay any fears he might have.
We're gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
We'll make him an offer he won't refuse.
I hope you're right.
Carl, when it comes to getting what I want, I get what I want.
Peter! Welcome! Hey, Carl. Good. Let me get my bag. All right. I can take that for you. Okay, come on. Come on in.
Welcome to our modest retreat.
Great to be here, Mr. Sizemore.
Mr. Sizemore, please call me Roger.
Roger. Thank you for inviting me.
Our pleasure. Can I get you a drink?
Sure. You got a beer?
Of course. I want to propose a toast to your future.
Thank you, Roger.
Take a seat, Peter.
Well, I'm here.
Yes, you are.
Carl tells me you have some surprises for me.
We'll get to them. Do you play chess?
Oh, little?
Great game. Improves the mind, teaches strategic thinking, and gives excellent lessons on life. Yes, chess is a great game. Let's play?
Oh, yeah, sure.
You play white. Go first.
No, you're the host. You go first.
White has the advantage.
It's only a game.
So you don't mind losing?
I didn't say that. I mind losing when it matters.
Good answer. Except it always matters. Right, Carl?
If you say so.
Carl tends to agree with me, even when he doesn't.
But you can tell the difference, right?
When you've worked with someone for 15 years, it's like a marriage, you know?
He knows me inside and out.
And you him?
Oh, well, I like to think so. Besides, Roger is easy. He always tells you exactly what's on his mind.
That's refreshing. Too many people have a hidden agenda.
I don't do business that way. Always comes back to bite me in the ass. Oh. So you do know the game?
A little.
Let's continue this later. Come on. Come on, let me show you the place.
It's gonna be fun.
Now, that horse is a beauty. And a hell of a stud.
Just like its owner.
So, I understand you just went through a messy divorce.
Well, we've worked things out, financially anyway.
Nothing money can't solve, right?
More than I wanted to spend.
That's always how it is. Whoever invented community property should have been tarred and feathered.
Aha! Sounds like you've been through it.
No. I wouldn't dream of getting divorced. It's just cheaper to keep her. Much. Besides, we've worked things out. She shows up when I need her, and we leave each other alone. I think she's been fucking the gardener.
You don't mind?
Just as long as he doesn't charge me stud fees.
How long have you been married?
Oh, 28 years.
Oh.
As for the company, our only responsibility is to our stockholders. But that's just to protect ourselves and our salaries.
But don't you think a corporation has duties to the community at large?
Do you?
I suppose I do, yes.
What are we gonna do with this guy, Carl? He wants to save the world.
Promote him. It'll make us look good.
Not a bad idea.
The news has been reporting rumors you're being considered for Secretary of the Treasury.
Yes.
That's quite a compliment.
The president and I used to have a good time together. But I doubt if I would take it.
Why not?
It's a step down from running a Fortune 100 company. Secretary of the Treasury is just a mouthpiece for half-baked economic policies.
Still, it's an honor to be asked.
So, you and I should be enemies.
Why's that?
Harvard, Yale.
Well, we're both Ivy Leaguers, right?
There you go. What do you like about Harvard?
I think the most enjoyment I had was probably as a member of the Hasty Pudding Club.
So you're funny, an actor.
On occasion, I suppose. Mostly a producer, though, you know, an idea man.
Good, an idea man. We could use some original ideas, don't you think, Carl?
Absolutely. Particularly the kind that work.
But I'm just worried that Peter here is too kind.
I can be tough.
But compassionate.
Yeah, something like that.
Look, I don't want you to get the impression that I don't care at all. We had to close our factory in India because of that fire. Was I happy that all those kids died? No. It was terrible. We took a real public relations hit.
And that's why we just use subcontractors now. We're not responsible if any more kids get burned alive.
Well, still, it's quite a tragedy.
Yes, we lost millions. Carl, I think Peter here thinks I'm cold-hearted. What do you think?
I would never accuse you of that.
Yeah, but what do you think?
I think you have a carefully thought out and refined worldview.
But am I cold-hearted?
Only on your good days.
That's what I love about Carl. Irreverent. But does it bother me?
I don't know, does it?
No. And you know why? Because Carl has his priorities right. He does what he has to do.
And what does he have to do?
What I say, of course.
Ever the loyal servant.
So you want people who work for you to just carry out your orders? Is that it?
No. I expect them to express their opinions and ideas openly so that I can make the best decisions. Then I expect them to carry out my orders. You know why?
Why?
I pay well.
Well, that you do.
And the people that are close to me are very well compensated. Tell him, Carl.
I'm very well compensated.
How much money did you make exercising your stock options last year?
It's not polite to ask someone how much they make.
42 million.
Tattletale.
And that's just last year.
Wow, congratulations, Carl.
I owe it all to Roger.
I'm sure it's because you do a good job.
Come on, let's play. Check. Life is one big chess game. In the end, it's about protecting the king. We don't give a shit about the average man. We care about the kings, rock stars, actors, super wealthy, powerful politicians. That's why the goal in life is to make it to king.
But there can only be one king.
Yes and no. I'm a king. I would say that Carl here is paid like a king. I think that makes him one.
That leaves out most of the human race.
Darwin was right. Survival of the fittest. Check. When you're big, they won't touch you.
CEOs get fired all the time.
True. But there's almost always a golden parachute. Remember Paul Stapleton at Bio? Company lost $2.9 billion. He walked away with a severance of how much, Carl?
67 million.
67 million. But I'll tell you, that's one thing I couldn't stand. I've been running this company for 18 years. It's my life. I love it. And I'm not going to get fired, as long as I keep my numbers up. The way I do that is by hiring the best people. And that's where you come in.
But you've already hired me.
And you've done a great job. Your division's earnings have exceeded expectations 7 quarters in a row. I'm talking about a new challenge.
Let's go upstairs.
Let me ask you, did you have a chance to look at the stats on the Titan project?
Yeah, I did.
And?
Well, I see some potential problems.
Really?
The numbers don't add up.
Carl, do you know what he's talking about?
I think so. It depends on how you add them.
Well, with all due respect, you're counting as income monies you're unlikely to ever see.
In accounting, we like to think that 1 and 1 equals 2. Well, yes and no. You see, if you take into account goodwill, 1 and 1 can equal 3.
I just wouldn't want us to be another Enron.
They were excessive.
Yeah, with them, 1 and 1 made 37.
Our auditors are right on board with us.
And they've seen all the numbers?
Would we hide anything?
And there are no problems with the SEC?
I don't worry about the SEC.
Well, shouldn't you?
As long as business is good and the numbers are acceptable, then there should be no problems.
Well, I see. But this has nothing to do with my division.
So, why are we talking to you about this?
Yes.
Ever since we lost Dale Croft 2 years ago, we've been without a chief operating officer. I want you to fill that position. You would report to me, the CEO, and work closely with Carl, our chief financial officer.
Wow, I'm very flattered.
You should be, but you've earned it.
Here, here.
All right, so what does the Titan project have?
The Titan project would become your complete responsibility. You sign off on everything. It will be key for you to make sure it keeps on performing.
But it hasn't been performing.
I have complete confidence in you. I've seen what you've done with your division.
I don't know. I'm concerned.
That's good. You should be. Listen, Titan is why our stock price has tripled. Now, we keep the numbers up like that, and the stock options you get with being the number 2 man in the company if you think Carl did well last year.
I'm overwhelmed.
Don't you think you could handle the responsibility?
Oh, that's not it. Don't get me wrong. I have dreamed of this, and I have no doubt I can do the job.
Then what?
What's this Titan thing?
As long as the auditors say it's all right.
Yeah, it's hard for me to believe that they could sign off on this.
You're not an accountant.
No?
You have to look at it this way. Accounting is an art form all in itself. Think of me as Picasso with numbers. It'll work.
If you say so, but if it doesn't, then I'm on the line, right?
I wouldn't look at it like that.
Well, I'm the one signing off.
Peter, when you see a window of opportunity, climb through. If something should go wrong, we're all in this together, right?
If you put it that way.
We'll talk about it more over the weekend.
And I can show you how to make the numbers work.
Okay. I think. I think I do want this opportunity. But I'll give you a final answer by the time I leave here.
That's fair enough. Fair enough.
Hello? Go 1 mile until the fork in the road and veer right. Go 100 feet and make a left onto the dirt road. We're up about half a mile. Right. No, go left. That's right. You go left.
You are trying to confuse me.
No, I'm not trying to confuse you. Do you know which is your left hand? Go that way. I was using the word right as incorrect, not as a direction. Correct. 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 Bye. Well, nobody said they're nuclear scientists. They're early.
Who?
You're surprised.
I don't know if I can handle anymore.
Come on. You're a grown-up. All work and no play makes Peter a dull boy. We've invited some ladies up for recreational purposes.
Oh, who are they?
Professionals. You're not dating anybody now, right?
No?
You just got a divorce?
Yes?
So what's the problem?
I've never really been interested in professionals.
Well, you're in for a treat, right, Carl?
Absolutely.
Aren't you worried about getting some kind of disease or something?
Carl gets our own doctor to check them out before they come. They're as clean as a Catholic school virgin.
And Roger here knows a lot about Catholic school virgins. That's why he got kicked out of St. Vincent's.
That's not completely true. Only one was a virgin.
The nun?
Peter, was there something you wanted to do but your wife didn't?
That's personal.
So the answer is yes. Well, now's your chance. Think of this as another window of opportunity. You could either climb through or...
I'm just afraid to fall out.
Our boy here has a sense of humor.
I told you, he has all the special qualities.
Carl here is your biggest fan. He's been talking you up for over a year.
I appreciate that, Carl.
You deserve it.
Well, thank you.
Come on.
welcome to our humble abode.
And it just looks like a small house to me.
Yeah. I assume you're Stacy, and you must be Maria. I'm Carl, this is Roger, and this is Peter.
Nice to meet the three of you.
Me too.
Can I get you ladies a drink? What would you like?
Oh, vodka tonic, please.
One vodka tonic. And you?
If it's not a problem, can I have a Grande X? It's a Mexican beer. Do you know Grande, like big?
I was aware of that.
Oh, so you speak Spanish.
I know a few words.
Quiero un grande limón con mi cerveza. ¿Y dónde está tu
You better stick to English.
Lo siento. Sorry.
Here you go.
Gracias.
Miss?
Thank you.
This is a very nice place. Lots of trees, nobody around. Someone could take a nice siesta up here.
They sure could.
So what do you guys do? If you don't mind me asking.
We're in business.
What kind of business? Monkey business?
We have a number of different enterprises.
Like what?
Does it matter?
Stacy, I don't think he wants to tell you.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to be nosy.
Put it this way. We manufacture and sell some things, finance others, insure a bunch more, and make sure that we've got a piece of everything we touch.
Oh, so you're all sort of like Byron.
Well, not exactly.
No?
Who's Byron?
Oh, he's our manager.
See, he sets up our dates and he takes a piece of everything, just like you guys.
Well, I suppose you could look at it that way, but we're not in that business.
It's a good business. Byron gets 50%.
Well, maybe it's something we should get into.
You could get Byron to work for you. He really knows his stuff. Me and Stacy, we have all the business we can handle.
That's comforting to know. Do you think we should hire Byron, Roger?
Sounds like a real go-getter.
And then we'd be working for you too. We'd all be working together. Does your company pay overtime?
Occasionally.
We could talk to Byron for you if you want.
Why don't you hold off on that?
So, let me guess. You're the big cheese.
How did you guess?
Oh, the way you carry yourself.
And how do I carry myself?
Well, like you don't care what anybody else thinks.
Well, that's not completely true.
Oh, I didn't mean that you didn't have a sensitive side, only that you're a man who wants what he wants and usually gets it.
And you know that after only a few minutes.
Oh, I may not be book smart, but I'm totally people smart. I've seen a lot of men, in particular, at their most exposed, if you know what I mean.
Stacy is very astute.
What was that?
Astute, you know, she understands people, things. Astute.
Oh, astute.
This is what I say. Astute.
And you're a man who goes along to get along.
And how did you figure that out?
I don't know. You got that friendly vibe that doesn't make waves. I bet you like to be tied up.
Loosely.
I knew it! And you like to be in charge. Now, a lot of big cheeses, they like to be dominated, but not you.
I think somebody must have told you that.
All Byron said was that we should be ready and willing for anything to wear this outfit, and that we're getting paid double rate.
Well, you do seem to read people well.
Astute.
And how about our friend Peter here?
Oh, he's a virgin. I mean, not a real virgin. I just mean he's not jaded yet. But give him time.
And what makes you say that?
He seemed surprised to see us. So I figure this is something that he wasn't expecting and he's not feeling right about yet. But don't worry, I don't bite. Unless that's what you're into.
I appreciate that.
And you're cute.
Thank you.
Don't you think I'm cute?
Oh, no, you're too old to be cute. Handsome and distinguished.
I can live with that.
And me? What about me?
Oh, well, you're good looking. In a normal sort of way.
Normal?
Just very, very normal.
Normal is good.
So, Byron said that one of you asked for me. Let me see if I can guess.
I'm afraid you just lost your perfect record.
You? I'm surprised.
That I would find you attractive?
I figured you for a hot Latina.
I saw your video.
Which one?
What was the name of it, Carl?
Bondage Babe.
Oh my goodness, you saw that? Oh, well, now I understand. Well, what did you think?
Enough to ask to meet you in person.
I mean my performance, silly.
It was extraordinary.
You really think so? I mean, that's my dream, to be a real actress. You know, a lot of these movies, they don't actually require you to act. That's what I liked about Bondage Babe. It had a real story, and I got to say a lot of lines. I want people to know that I'm a real actress. A real actress, not just that I can take two dicks up my ass.
That requires a lot of talent.
Sure does.
This is the video you did with Byron, right?
Oh, see?
You mean that short black guy was Byron?
Don't call him short. He don't like that. Besides, he's big where it matters. If you know what I mean.
I guess.
I found what they say about black men to be true, at least in my experience.
Yo también.
I thought Byron was just a manager.
He started out as a performer until he got into the business end of things. He still performs every now and then. Says it keeps him humming.
I see.
So what's your dream?
I'm living it.
That must be nice.
Yes, it is.
And how about you?
The only dreams I remember are nightmares, so I try to avoid them.
Do you have that problem too? One time I would like to have a dream where the other person gets raped.
I can understand that.
Oh, do you see what I mean? And what about you?
We grew up poor. My father got cheated by people he trusted. He ended up killing himself. My mother drank herself to death, and I was on my own at 15. They put my little sister in a foster home. So my dream was to never be poor and let others do to me what they did to my old man. Put myself through school by working 3 jobs. All my life, I just wanted enough money to not worry. And then maybe do some good in the world.
Aren't you there yet?
Soon, I hope.
We're in the middle of a game.
Sorry.
That's the king.
Sure tasted like it.
This is chess, right?
Right.
This is where you're supposed to kill the king, right?
Sort of.
No?
Actually, in chess, the goal is never to destroy the king, but to just trap him so that no matter where he moves, he's taken. You can destroy all the other pieces, but you always capture the king.
But what do you do with him when he's caught?
Nothing. It's the end of the game.
So that's it? You capture and that's it?
Yep.
Oh.
Sort of like S&M. You know, you get all tied up and then nothing really happens.
Oh, I see. Now makes sense.
So, you guys ready to party?
Ready and raring to go.
That's my guy.
That's what I was hoping you'd say.
Ooh.
What's wrong?
Well, I'm just trying to find it. Oh, There it is.
You like it?
There's my big boy.
You said that to all the men.
It's my job.
You're not mocking me, are you?
Oh, you like it rough, huh?
That's right.
Oh, let's play.
Okay, so you guys want to do me at the same time? One in front, one in back?
You go ahead, Peter.
I'll pass.
You go first, Peter. I insist.
Do you like to play?
I can wait. I'm used to it.
I think we should go by seniority. You first.
You're the guest.
No, you.
Again, I insist.
I don't mind.
Neither do I.
Really, go ahead.
I would be a bad host.
Oh, not at all.
Go ahead.
No, not now.
Guess as to what? Is there something wrong with me or something?
Why don't you screw her already? She's paid for.
No.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
See you later.
Don't you want me to take my clothes off first?
No, that's my job.
Ooh, I like a hard-working man.
And you're gonna love me. Nobody works harder than I do.
Wait, I can't.
Peter! Peter!
The lovely Senorita Maria is waiting to provide you with carnal pleasure.
It's been a while already.
Never rush a good thing.
I guess not.
Are you all right?
I guess.
Still worried?
Not that I can handle the job.
Tighten there.
Yeah.
Look, it's a separate entity that we're running through several offshore accounts. Even if it were to totally collapse, we can take the hit. The company's fundamentals are solid.
I know.
So what's the problem?
Didn't say there was one.
I hope you realize that I'm putting my neck on the line for you.
And I appreciate that, Carl.
I'd go so far as to say that you're the man who could save this company.
Don't let Roger hear you say that.
Oh, Roger is too busy trying to get his dick up.
He's made you a lot of money.
I earned it.
Have you? Are you really worth what you've made?
Is this some kind of a test?
A philosophical question.
You're a strange man.
For someone who looks so normal?
I'm the normal one, remember?
Okay, so then I'm strange. Are you worth it?
Philosophically speaking, most people are worth more than they're paid. Some people less, a lot less. I get what I get. You get what you get. Roger gets, well, he gets as much as he wants because he makes the rules. And that's the way it is. And why the hell are we having this conversation?
I'm sorry, Carl, that I upset you.
I only get upset where my personal safety is at stake. I gave up being worried about anything else a long time ago.
Is that what I'm gonna have to do if I take this job?
We all have our own rules.
Maybe the truest thing you've ever said.
But some rules are more important than others.
Yeah? Which ones?
Survival. You have to follow those.
But while surviving, you have to keep your eye on your opponent. You have to know his next move. And then the one after that. And then the one after that. You gotta take care of your people. All the while making sure they believe they can't do without you.
Where'd you get that?
It's just modified Machiavelli.
You know what?
What?
If you were a woman, I'd want to fuck you.
You say I'm strange.
This is why I knew you were the one.
Yeah?
Yeah, you can think selfishly and strategically at the same time. It makes you the perfect win-win player. It's like coming together. It's very sexy. You win, and so does your whole team.
I hope you really believe that.
I do.
Because I'm about to do some things, Carl, that rely on you. And let me just put this up front, okay?
Yeah.
Trusting someone, anyone, once you've known betrayal is really hard, just so you know.
Remember, Peter, I'm risking as much as you are.
Are you?
Yes.
Are you?
Yes!
Yeah, I guess you are.
You guess I am. Be sure I am.
I'm sure.
It's lonely down there.
I'm sorry, my dear.
My dear, how sweet. You must have enjoyed yourself.
I did.
Those two must be having a good time.
Rewarding and fulfilling.
Fulfilling? Does he have a big dick or something?
Pretty bad pun.
Just for fun.
But they are taking a long time. I wonder if...
Never rush a good thing.
No, never. Must be pretty good.
I'm sure.
Stacy's a great actress. She can make any man think she loves him.
I don't think Roger is looking for love.
He saw love, even if it is just for one night.
You know, there's something profound about that. Even if I don't believe it.
She's right.
Is that the romantic in you speaking?
Oh, I'm a big fan of romance.
How about you, Maria?
I live for romance.
Carl, come here.
What's up?
Just come here.
Jesus Christ!
Well?
Well, she's barely alive.
Who's winning?
Well, it remains to be seen. There are a lot of hidden traps.
Avoid them. You're smart.
You sure about that?
Absolutely. I can be astute too.
We have a problem.
What's wrong?
Your friend isn't waking up.
What do you mean? What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
How many of these did she take?
What are they?
Barbiturates.
She always takes these before she goes to work. She says it helps her relax.
How many did she take?
I don't know, a few.
And she had a drink. Not a good combination.
She had a few beers on the way here, too.
I thought you checked these girls out. I did. They're disease-free.
I think we're gonna have to call an ambulance.
Tell them what? We'll just wait till she wakes up.
If she took barbiturates and alcohol...
We have to deal with this, Roger.
I didn't ask her to take those pills.
I understand that, but in any
How
case...
are we going to explain?
I
Right.
think she might need some medical attention, huh?
You killer! You son of a bitch! You fucking killer! Please don't die of a choker!
Hey, take him down.
You sick shit! You fucking sick shit!
She's not breathing and there's no pulse.
Are you sure?
Go check for yourself.
I will. Well, she's dead. I would say we have a problem here.
Well, we have to call the police.
Why? I didn't kill her.
I understand that, but there's a dead woman upstairs, all tied up and dead.
But it was an accident.
You still have to call the police.
But what are we going to say? What are we going to tell them?
I don't know.
How about that you choke her to death?
I did not. Get that straight. I play rough, but I didn't kill her.
So what do? Tie her up and play with yourself?
Something like that.
You sick shit. I'm calling the police.
You're not calling anybody. We're going to deal with this. There's got to be a way to deal with this. She passed out before I could even do anything. It's not my fault. Carl!
Well, last time we just paid the girl for her injuries. This is different. It's tough to negotiate with her in her current condition.
This is not the time to make a joke. Who knows that the girl was here? Just us, her,
And Byron.
and Byron.
Yeah, and me.
We're all in this together, right?
I don't know what that means.
Means explain it to him, Carl.
Roger wants us to figure out a way to deal with this without its becoming public.
Is that what you mean, Roger?
Of course that's what the hell I mean.
Yeah, well, I don't think I can help you.
Why not?
Because it's illegal? Because I could be seen as an accessory to murder after the fact.
I didn't kill her, God damn it!
Well, then you got nothing to worry about.
I have a lot to worry about.
Look, if you didn't kill her, then there's no problem.
Yes, there's a problem. There's a dead hooker upstairs, and the circumstances under which she died
Are very embarrassing, yes.
Look. You're in this too. You're up here. You're here.
Are you trying to suggest that I had something to do with this?
You're here.
The point Roger is making is that this whole matter won't do anybody any good.
That's true, but I don't like being threatened. You're not suggesting in any way that I was a part of this.
I didn't say that.
You implied it.
I'm just trying to. Oh, shit.
There is still a problem to deal with.
It's not mine.
It's all of ours. A scandal will sink all our careers. Yours, just as it's getting started.
I'd survive.
You would. But would you thrive?
Okay, what are you suggesting?
It's clear she died of a drug overdose.
It's not clear at all.
For the sake of argument, she apparently died of a drug overdose. There's no reason she had to die here. She could easily have died in her own apartment.
And who's gonna put her there?
Well, I think we ought to contact Byron. It's his responsibility. He's the one who sent us a drug-addicted call girl.
You son of a bitch! She died here! She died upstairs! That's the truth!
Roger here is a very wealthy man.
Yes.
He likes to share his wealth. Don't you, Roger? Don't you, Roger?
Of course. I'm a very generous man.
Stacy was my friend.
I know. But Roger is prepared to make you rich. And trust me, if you have a lot of money, it's easy to make new friends.
Call Byron. Do it now.
Byron? Byron? Yes, this is Carl. we have a problem.
I was raised, give enough respect. Even though some days you wanna bust your head, thinking how can I make it through this place with my sanity? Boys acting crazy, but it's mostly vanity. Simply can't be they mad at me, cause they can't trace with the pattern beat now.
So you know what to say to him?
I'll do the best I can.
It's his fault. It's your fault.
I'm sorry, Roger, but I never anticipated that something like this could happen.
Just make sure it's dealt with.
Absolutely.
Where's that goddamn pimp? It's been 2 hours. Did she say anything?
Not a word.
And how about you?
How about me?
Are you on board?
I want this dealt with.
That's not what I asked. I want to know.
It's him.
He's driving some god-awful Cadillac.
What do you expect? He's black.
So, what the fuck is the fucking problem here? Huh?
Byron, this is Roger. This is Peter. You know Maria, of course.
Yeah, I know her. She's my bottom hoe. Where the fuck is Stacy?
She's indisposed.
Where the fuck is she?
She's upstairs.
Well, tell her to get her ass down here. If there's a problem with one of my bitches, then we're gonna deal with it right here. And now. I'm waiting for a fucking answer.
Maybe if you talk to her yourself.
What's your business, homeboy?
Very little. I'm just an innocent bystander.
Where I come from, nobody's innocent.
Well, where I come from, everyone's innocent, no matter what they've done. Right, Roger?
Right.
And who the fuck are you?
I'm what you call the big cheese, the head man, the boss.
The warden.
You could say that.
Why don't we go upstairs?
Yeah. Why don't we? Yeah. Why don't we? Hey. Hey, baby. Baby? She's fucking dead! She's fucking dead! Which one was with her? Oh! Oh! Ah! That's a fucking bitch slap, bitch. You fucking cracker. Now, you and I need to have a conversation.
She died of a drug overdose.
How do you know that? Yeah, they just put you to sleep.
No, they can be lethal with alcohol.
I told that hoe not to be taking that shit. But she's got marks around her neck. I think you got a little rough. I think you got a little macho with her. That's what I think.
Sure, that's not the case.
You can't assure shit. The only thing you can assure is that my bitch is dead, and that hoe was alive when I sent her here. That's all I fucking know.
However it happened, it was an accident.
Yeah, so why the fuck did you call me? Why didn't you call 5-0?
Well, we didn't call 5-0 because we thought it would be better for everyone concerned if this were handled delicately.
So you want me to help you make this disappear?
Correct.
And why should I?
Because if we go down, you go down.
Are you threatening me, homie?
I'm just stating a fact.
A fact. I like facts. The fact is, I just as easily drop a dime on you and let them convict your white ass. They'll have a good time with you up at state. My niggas there will make you their bitch. You like bending that skinny ass over? Because that's all you're gonna be doing.
Roger is just trying to say that things could get messy.
For you?
And you.
But I didn't do anything.
You supplied the girls for money. That's illegal.
So how much time you think I get for that?
I would think any time would be too much time if it isn't necessary.
Yeah. But covering up a murder is serious time.
Was no murder. Damn it, I didn't kill her!
Byron, call the police. You have to call the police.
I don't have to do shit. This your fault. You shouldn't have let her take that junk.
You're blaming me. It's his fault. He did this to her.
Shut up. Shut up. I gotta think. I gotta think.
You don't have a choice.
I don't have a choice, or is that right?
Because if you don't help us, then you're involved and you go down too.
You have balls. You have brass. Fucking balls. You one of them head crackers that always gets his way, huh?
You supplied the girl.
The easiest thing would be to pop a cap in your head. The easiest thing would be fucking lay all of you out. Then there'll be nobody who will say a fucking word.
You might want to reconsider that idea.
Why?
Because a quadruple homicide can get kind of messy.
Yeah, it can. But this is already messy.
It's nothing that can't be cleaned up.
What's to keep you from talking?
Roger would be the last person to say anything. I obtained the girls from you, so I don't want this to come out.
What about him?
What about me?
How do I know you won't say anything?
You don't.
Then why shouldn't I just kill you right now?
Because this is business.
Yeah?
And you're a businessman, right?
Right.
Well, a good businessman looks to make a deal before taking extreme action.
Right.
So, there is a way we all can benefit here. Money.
Yeah, baby.
You would like more of it? I would like more of it. I have no incentive to say anything.
Everybody want more money.
And the way to get more money is by having something that someone else wants.
What you want?
You're the guy holding the gun. So, the question is, what do you want?
How many dead presidents we talking here? I'm talking lots of Jacksons and Benjamins, baby. A whole shitload.
How much do you want?
Make me an offer that's too good to be true.
I'll give you $10,000 to deal with this.
You playing games, huh?
Oh!
You playing games? You wanna die now, motherfucker? You diss me and think I don't know it? Fuck!
Oh!
You know how much that dead hoe was worth to me? You know how much paper I made from her? And you offer me piss? You think just because I'm a nigga from the hood, I don't know business? I'm just the same as you, motherfucker. I know it's a good deal and when I'm getting it up the ass, and I don't plan on being nobody's bitch no time.
There's no reason to get excited. It's just a negotiation.
Then get real. Don't be throwing bullshit numbers my way.
How much do you make from her?
What?
A year. How much did you make from her a year?
I don't know.
You're a businessman, you know.
About 50,000 a year, maybe more.
And how many years would you say that she'd be good for that kind of money?
I don't know. Another 4 or 5 the way she was going.
We'll say 5. That's $250,000. So you're right. She is worth more.
That's why I don't like being lowball.
And you're right, and Roger should apologize. Roger, you should apologize for lowballing him.
My sincerest apologies for lowballing you. It's what I always do in negotiations.
Well, it ain't too fucking smart to be bagging somebody who's got a gun pointing at you.
We've established your employee's value. Her inability to work will cost you a considerable amount of money. You need to be adequately compensated.
Pay him $250,000?
At a minimum. There is also the inconvenience that Byron is being put through.
Inconvenience?
I'm sure there are other things he'd rather be doing on a Saturday night than moving a dead body.
Got that right.
So how much?
Well, lost wages, inconvenience, plus the fact that I have to find me a new woman. I'm thinking, cha-ching, 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 an even million.
$1 million!
Be reasonable.
I got a gun. I am fucking reasonable.
300,000.
9.
350.
850.
400,000.
750.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph, what are you doing? She's dead and you're talking about how much she's worth?
Well, we've already established that.
She's a human being. You cannot put a price tag on a human being.
Shut up, Maria. I'm negotiating.
Negotiating what? Dios mío, negotiating? A human being is dead.
And that's sad.
Jess.
And she can't be brought back, right?
Jess.
And you want the police brought in?
Jess.
Why?
Because.
Why?
Because I think he was responsible for her death.
Yeah. Maybe he was. And look at him. He's very rich. And how often does a rich person go to jail for murder? Remember O.J.?
That doesn't mean it's right.
Besides, she has drugs in her system. It's unlikely he'd ever be convicted.
Then call the police. You shouldn't be afraid.
No? But you should be. You could get arrested for prostitution. Maybe they'll say you gave her the drugs.
Who? Who will say that? I didn't give her nothing. That's a lie.
So where'd she get him then? From you? From Byron?
Watch what you're saying.
We're all exposed here. All right? We all have jeopardy. It's been said already. Look, this is a problem for all of us.
You can't put a price on a life.
Are you kidding? Happens all the time. Somebody gets killed in an accident. Someone else gets sued. Then there is money. A settlement.
Jess,
But what?
but Stacy was my friend.
That's why you should be compensated. That's why you need to be compensated. You need to get paid.
Oh, I don't know. How much? Wait, I don't know.
What don't you know? This business, bitch. You're gonna take some money and keep your trap shut.
Why, because I work for a Jew?
Yeah, and because I got a gun. And because if you say anything, you're dead.
So then I assume we have a deal?
We haven't finished negotiating.
Let's split the difference.
600,000.
5.
550 cash, you got yourself a deal.
Done.
You're spending my money pretty freely.
Consider it a business expense. If you think you can negotiate better,
What about me?
What about you?
How much am I gonna get, puto?
Give her 10,000.
No way. You get all this money and I get nothing? What's that called?
Capitalism.
I tell you what you get.
What are you going to do? Shoot me?
I might.
I don't think so. I don't think you have the balls.
You know better than to say that to me, bitch. You know better.
Let go of me!
One dead, bitch. Or two. It don't matter to me.
Byron! We can work this out, man.
He's right.
There's nothing to work out. Nobody says I don't have no balls. Nobody says that.
We know you have balls. And a big dick, too. We saw the video.
Yeah? Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Besides, your kind is known for that.
My kind.
Yes,
What's that supposed to mean?
you're black. Everybody knows that male blacks have big penises. That's why the women tend to have large,
No, I don't know.
large derrieres. Asses.
Is that right? You talk a lot of smack. I know plenty niggas with small things and bitches without anything in back. Where the fuck do you get these stereotypical dumb shit ideas? Who the fuck do you think you are?
He's the CEO of a major corporation.
Yeah, he'd probably be bankrupt in the place.
Impossible.
Why not?
I have never seen a CEO responsible for a corporation failure. It's either circumstances out of his control or someone else's fault.
You kidding? You got balls. I'm holding a gun and you cracking jokes?
I thought we were doing business here.
That's right.
So why don't you put the gun away?
Why don't you shut up?
25!
What?
What?
Give me $25,000 and I won't say a word. On my mother's grave, may God forgive me.
You take how much I tell you to take.
Deal.
What are you saying?
We have a deal. 25,000 cash.
She takes how much I tell her to take.
Okay. How much should she take?
Well, I guess 25 is all right.
Then it's settled.
When do we get our money?
In a few days.
How do I know you won't stiff me?
You have my word?
Your word don't mean shit.
Well, the truth is, he has to trust you, not the other way around.
Yeah?
Well, you could always come back later and ask for more money.
You saying you don't trust me? Nobody ever says that about me. Who do you think I
A pimp?
am? Yeah, but I got principles, baby.
So, then, after you get paid, that's it, right?
A deal's a deal.
And you, Maria?
A deal's a deal.
Are you sure?
Yes, I guess so.
You guess.
Yes, I guess so. I guess I won't say anything.
Well, either you will or you won't.
I guess I won't.
Yes or no?
You don't have to yell!
You really busting my balls, bitch, you hear me?
I won't say anything.
Are you sure?
Yes!
You better be sure. I don't want you fucking up a good thing.
I don't fuck up anything. I do nothing wrong.
I know I should have kicked you onto the streets a long time ago or sent you down to Tijuana where you belong.
And you should go back to dealing crack with your ghetto homies.
You done working for me.
Fine, I quit.
You can't quit me. You only quit when I say so.
Fine, you just fire me.
I'll tell you when you're fired.
You said I was done working for you.
Yeah. I said that, but I didn't say you were fired. You do what I say when I say. You understand me?
You don't own me. You can't talk to me like this all the time.
Yeah, I don't want to own your
You sure you two aren't married?
Shut up! Fucking marry you, hoe!
You think he's leaving that bitch?
What the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Okay, Roger. You've got the gun now. What do you want to do?
I don't know. I'm thinking.
Well, we had things pretty much settled.
What kind of negotiation is there at the point of a gun? They have all the power. The only time I negotiate is when I'm holding the gun. It's stupid to negotiate unless you have the power. then you have to give the other side what they want.
Some people call that a win-win.
You know better than that. There's always a winner, loser, always.
You're making a big mistake, homie.
No! You made the mistake of sending a drug-using slut instead of a professional. When you send out merchandise, you need to make sure there are no defects. Drug use is a defect. Didn't you ever hear it just say no?
Yeah. It was said by the pill-popping Nancy Reagan. And don't talk to me about faulty products. I bet you put out your share of maiming and killing consumer goods. Everybody puts up what they gotta make money and loads of shit. Don't come back on them, yo.
Your kind always plays the victim.
My kind. My kind.
Black people. You think that because there's been prejudice, you're entitled to something. Well, let me tell you, the only thing you're entitled to is what you take for yourself. That's all. And that's how I became the man I am today.
Yeah, a guy who likes to tie up women and jerk off.
Shut up!
All right, calm down, Roger. Time to negotiate. What do you want?
What do I want?
Yes, what do you want?
I want this to go away. That's what I want. I want it to go away.
Well, I don't see anybody around here waving a magic wand. And Jesus isn't returning this minute to resurrect the dead, so what is it that you want?
We've got to take care of these two. Even if I pay them now, they'll be back. They'll be back and wanting more and more. It'll never end.
Yeah, so what do you suggest?
Roger, we had a deal. We can make this work.
Be quiet! I'm thinking.
Well, you don't have many options.
I have lots of options. I make my own deals.
Okay, so what do you propose?
There's no way out. They can't be trusted. I know if it was me, I'd use this information and use it and use it.
Yeah.
They know too much.
You just don't want to share your money, that's all. You know we won't say anything. You just want to keep it all for yourself.
He can afford to pay you.
It doesn't matter. He wants it all.
And why should I give up one penny that I don't have to? It's my money. I earned it.
Yeah, by fucking over people who've already got nothing. That's what you do.
I employ people. I give them a living.
They're just wage slaves, pendejo, that's all. I'm sure you never gave anybody anything if there wasn't something in it for you.
Oh, so you want me to share, huh?
What do you want me to do with that?
Drink.
I don't want to drink.
Drink.
I don't want to drink.
Drink! So now we're going to share.
What?
Finish it.
There's nothing left.
Yes, there is.
This is bullshit. You drank it all.
Drink it.
You happy?
You know what you just drank?
A shitty tasting beer.
You know why?
No. Why?
Because it's accumulated spit, that's why. Every time you and I tried to share, it increased the amount of spit. That's all that was left. Spit! Spit! And that's all you're worth. Spit! And that's what sharing is. Spit!
I bet you thought about that a long time.
I have.
But you haven't thought about what you're gonna do now.
I wasn't prepared.
You have the gun. You have the power. You're the boss, Roger.
They have to die.
You have the gun.
Hey, what you telling him?
I'm not telling him anything. I'm just getting tired of this whole thing.
What do you suggest?
Well, I thought Carl did a pretty good job of negotiating on your behalf.
What about the future? What's to prevent them from asking for more in the future? It could never end.
Well, you're right, it could never end.
I don't have a choice.
You do have a choice. Roger, you always have a choice when it comes to trusting someone or not. It's just a risk.
I don't like risk. That's why I don't gamble unless I know I'm gonna win.
But that's not gambling.
You know what I mean.
Kind of like buying a stock, huh? It could go up or down. However, if you have inside information.
You always have to have inside information, otherwise you're a sucker.
So you're a cheater.
I'm a winner!
And you got that way by never trusting the wrong person, right?
That's right.
I wish my father had learned that lesson. You see, he trusted someone. A businessman that worked for a company that wanted to buy his patent. Instead, they just picked his brain and stole his idea. Yeah, he was in court for years. But they crushed him because they were big and he was little.
What does that have to do with this?
This situation? Everything. You see, everybody here is going to have to trust everyone else. And that's very hard in life. Sad but true, people lie. Particularly when it comes to money. Yeah, they lie about love too, but money? That's when the real whoppers come in.
Where are you going with all this?
I'm trying to make a point, Roger.
Well, you made it. I guess you have no goddamn good ideas.
If you do that, you're gonna be all alone.
Listen to him, man. Listen to him.
Okay, but you're gonna have to clean the mess yourself, Roger. I can't help you.
Listen, I offered you the opportunity of a lifetime.
My window of opportunity, right? You know, before all this, I thought I wanted to work for you. But now I just don't think that's gonna happen. You're not somebody I trust. You plan on shooting me now? Me, him, her, that's a hat trick, Roger. Not to mention that girl upstairs, whose name is Stacy. By the way, I told several people about this trip up here, so if I don't return...
You're lying.
Maybe. Maybe not. But you're not sure, are you? Besides, you really think Carl wants to be a part of covering this whole thing up? He may be your man, Roger, but he's not stupid. Are you, Carl?
Roger, put down the gun.
All of you are gonna fuck me.
Well, then you're just gonna have to kill us all.
Will you shut up? He's crazy enough to do it.
Look, Roger, you're just gonna have to make a deal. This is business, that's all.
From the time I was a kid, people have been trying to get the advantage over me. And you know what? They never did. My father taught me that you were either the best or you were second rate. I learned that lesson every time he pulled out that belt. You're either on top or you're nothing. Some people might say I was successful because I grew up rich and went to the best schools. But that's not why. No, it's because my father taught me one simple lesson, that you screw them before they screw you. You know what? I deserve what I have. I'm entitled. I'm entitled because I'm better. I put in the work and played the game right. I'm willing to make tough decisions for the bottom line. I don't care if 10,000 or 20,000 people lose their jobs, because they wouldn't care if I lost mine. Nobody owes anybody anything. You have to make yourself valuable. You have to make yourself, you have to. I have a right to everything I have because I'm me. Oh.
Yes, you are you, Roger. And right now, I don't envy that. Because now you have to deal with all of us. We all have something of value. We all know there's a dead girl upstairs, and you may be responsible. So now you have a difficult choice. You have to do something you've never done before.
What?
Trust someone. Trust all of us.
I could just kill all of you.
You could, but you're likely to be caught. The better bet is just to buy yourself out of this and hope it all goes away.
I don't know.
Roger, you do know. Look, the body will have been moved. When the police discover it in her apartment, there'll be no evidence she was ever here. And since Byron and Maria will have been paid, they should be happy, right? If not, so what? Who are they gonna believe? A CEO and friend of the president? Or some sleazy pimp and his hooker? No, you don't have to worry about them.
We can take the money out of the company. It won't cost you a dime.
So it should all be fine. Come on, give me the gun.
Roger, we can do this. It'll work out for everybody.
Well, now we can finish the negotiation.
What do you mean? I thought you said I didn't have to worry about them.
You don't. You have to worry about me.
What are you talking about?
But what do I get out of this?
You? You want money too?
What do you offer?
I offered you millions. I offered you to be my second in command.
And I just said I don't want to work for you.
Why not?
Because you're careless and reckless, Roger. And it's obvious you were trying to get B to take the fall on this Titan thing. No, I'd never work for you.
Well, what do you want?
I want your job. I want to run the company.
You're insane.
I'm just following your example. Always use information to your advantage. I'm just doing what you would do.
Carl, you got yourself in a sticky situation, Roger. I don't know what to say.
I need your help.
I tried. I negotiated the best deal I could.
No, I'd never work for you.
I worked my whole life to get here. I'm one of the captains of industry.
Ain't life a bitch?
You won't say anything. You were up here too. I'll double what we said if you say it was him. If you say he was the one upstairs.
How do I know you'll pay up?
You have my word.
I think you should take him up on it. After all, you know you can trust him, right? In fact, I think we should call the police right now. Give me the phone. You know, I think you should take him up on it. As he explains how he got his semen all over her. What is it? Oh, 9, 1.
Stop! Stop! Stop!
I will miss this great corporation.
But when my old friend, the president, called, I couldn't say no. I'm honored to be the new Secretary of the Treasury, and I'm looking forward to that challenge. And with that, I would like to introduce to you our new CEO, Mr. Peter Miller. A man whom I know will do an extraordinary job leading this company. Peter is a man who can see opportunities and is willing to make them happen. I know this very well. Peter, would you like to say a few words?
Thank you, Roger. I feel fortunate that with all these superb executives out there, the board of directors chose me to lead this company. I know that would not have happened without your support and recommendation. I'm extremely grateful to you, Roger. Thank you, my friend.
And now we'll take a few questions.
Oh, Mr. Sizemore? Here, sir. Yeah, Mr. Sizemore, do you think that the size of your compensation package, almost $100 million, was justified, given that with the restated earnings, the company lost almost $700 million last year?
Am I worth it? Well, that's for others to say. All I know is that in the next several years, I would have made a lot more than that if I had stayed.
Then why didn't you stay?
Sometimes you just don't have a choice. But when the President of the United States calls and asks for you to serve him and the public, well, I think you just have to do it.
Question here. Question for Mr. Miller, please. Mr. Miller, what changes do you plan to make in the company?
I'm glad you asked me that. At this time, I would like to introduce my new team. Carl, if you would.
What the hell are you doing?
Anything I please. I'm the new boss.
You're alive. You're alive!
I think what Roger is saying is this team is alive with potential. I've known these people a long time, ever since my days at Harvard. On the end is Miss Stacy James. She was a classmate of mine. She is now in charge of the new Titan project. This gentleman right here is Mr. Byron Washington, who I met at Harvard Business School. He is our new vice president of marketing. And in the middle is Ms. Maria Alvarado, who'll be taking over operations in South America.
The way you described them, Mr. Miller, smacks of nepotism.
Well, I believe in hiring people I know and trust. And I know there are no people in the world I trust more than this group. They know how to act in the best and worst of situations.
You're alive.
And that concludes today's press conference. Thank you all very much for attending.
Explain to me what's going on, Carl. That girl was dead, and now she's
very much alive.
I don't understand.
In due time.
What do you mean?
We have some unfinished business, Roger. The game. We never completed the game.
I'm not interested.
In winning? I thought you were always interested in winning.
I don't care about the game. I want to know about the girl.
Check.
Did you know my original last name was not Miller?
No, I didn't.
It was Milkowski. Sound familiar?
No.
Does the name Leonard Milkowski ring a bell?
Not really.
Eastern European accent? Still don't remember? I do. I remember. I remember because he came home one night, all excited because this guy Roger Sizemore was gonna help him. But instead, you and your bosses stole what he had. You destroyed him.
I remember now. If your father didn't like it, he could have sued.
He did, and you know he did. But you bled him to death with legal fees.
And you've been plotting to get back at me all this time.
I believe in long-term planning.
You're nothing like your father.
Yeah, I know. And I'm not sure I'm proud of that. See, he wanted me to live my dream. Be a ball player. But when he died, my dream died too. So then the kid from South Boston had a new dream. Somehow, some way, get into Harvard. Follow you to Consolidated. Keep my eyes on the prize the whole time. Know what I feel like today, Roger? I feel like I just won Game 7 for the Red Sox in the World fucking Series.
Well, you've got your revenge.
Yes, I have. There's a way to get you out. You remember how I told you that I was a member of Hasty Pudding at Harvard? Well, Maria, Stacy, and I, we put on many a shows together. And Byron and Stacy are married. I introduced them when I met Byron at Harvard Business School.
But I thought you were dead.
Did you see me, Dad?
Couldn't wake you up, and then I came downstairs, and all of you went up there and said she was dead. You were part of this too.
I'm afraid so, Roger.
How could you betray me like this?
Easy. Well, actually, it wasn't easy to pull off. But, Roger, I can't stand you. Besides, if we hadn't done something about Titan, the whole company would have gone the way of Enron and WorldCom. I did it out of self-preservation.
I do want to sincerely apologize to you, sir. I hope you realize this was all just a joke.
We used to do this kind of stuff all the time when we were at Harvard.
Get out of here. Get out!
Don't be that way, sir. One might get the impression that your kind always plays the victim.
Get out!
Stoot!
Check. It's your move, Roger. You're in check.
I won't forget this.
A bit of advice, Roger. Being a sore loser isn't very becoming.
I didn't lose. I was cheated. I never lose.
Roger, I just have one thing to say.
What?
Say hello to your friend, the president. Oh.
Well, Carl, did I live up to your expectations?
Oh, far surpassed them.
Any advice?
Be greedy. But don't let avarice consume you. Then you make mistakes.
You are cynical.
I'm proud of it.
I'm gonna change this company, Carl. We may make less profit.
The board of directors is gonna love that.
But we won't be having those factory fires in India or any more Titans. You can be successful and still run a clean ship. You can make money and treat your employees and your customers the right way.
I realize I have no idea who you are. I took the biggest risk in my professional life on this whole scheme, and I completely misjudged you.
Who'd you think I was?
Well, a more pleasant but equally cutthroat version of Roger, except not as stupid or self-destructive. I thought that you were the son Roger wished he'd had.
I'll take it this is your way of sweet-talking me because I'm the new boss. I will change things here, Carl.
If you say so.
The bottom line isn't everything.
As I said, I don't know who you are. But maybe I do. And maybe it's you who's going to find out.
Yeah.
Dead! Goddamn dead!
What if I'd gone upstairs and realized she wasn't dead?
Whoops, we made a mistake.
But the gun. There was the gun.
Blanks. So, I'm sure you'll help bring our country back to financial well-being. You're just the man for the job.
We just wish you would take this all in good fun.
In good fun? You manipulating me to leave this job?
Sir, you're the Secretary of the Treasury.
Yes, but I wanted to choose when I left, if I left, and I didn't want to leave. Wait a second. I saw you two on the DVD.
He's my husband. We make takes like that all the time. Turns us on. We made that one just for you.
The three of you. You did this.
For very high salaries, actually. Some of which will be spent on a honeymoon. You see, Maria and I are engaged. If anyone wants out, now would be the time to speak up.
Oh, come on, Peter. This is way better than anything we ever did at Harvard.
I'd say you guys are ready.
I just want to know one thing. Why do I always have to play the pimp? It's not funny, guys.
It's a little funny.
It's not funny.
A little bit.
You're just so good with the women.
All right, next time you play the priest. Bondage, brave, bondage, brave. Ready? Bondage, brave!